Hello everyone and welcome to the couple next door. If you're in the UK as a dependent, spouse, partner or a child and you're confused about how to apply for ILR, this video is for you. In this video, I'll break down the ILR process step by step, explain the requirements, common mistakes to avoid and how to prepare a strong application. I recently applied for ILR with my spouse being on tier 2 visa. So, I'll be sharing my real experience and what I learned during this process. If you watched my previous videos and found them helpful, Super Thanks is a great way to support the channel and help me creating informative content like this. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on visas, travel, and life in the UK. You may be eligible to apply for a ILR in the UK if you're a dependent on your partner's work visa and your partner is either already settled or is applying to settle here. To qualify, you must have lived in the UK as their dependent for the required period, which is usually at least 5 years, and have met the continuous residence conditions without any excessive absence. While filling this application, you'll have to prove the following: 1. Relationship with your partner, 2. English language requirement, and lastly 3. The Life in UK test requirement. To prove the English language requirement, these were the two options for me. I personally took the IELTS Life Skills B1 test. This is a specific and shorter version of IELTS used for UK visa applications like ILR and citizenship. It focuses mainly on speaking and listening, not reading and writing. I also took the Life in UK test, which requires some preparation. It took me about 2 weekends to prepare for this. You need to score at least 18 out of 25 to pass, so studying the official handbook is very important. One of the most important rules for dependents applying for an ILR is the 5-year continuous residence requirement. Most dependents can only apply for an ILR after completing 5 full years of living in the UK. But it's not just about being here for 5 years. The Home Office also looks very closely at how much time you spent outside the UK during those years. You must not have spent more than 180 days outside the UK in any 12-month period. This rule is extremely important because even one period over the limit can put your ILR application at risk. Alright, now let's get started to apply for this application process online. We will start with a new application and start answering the questions. These are fairly straightforward. You will need to register and verify your email address. Now we answer some standard questions. Here, the sponsor is your spouse. Make sure you enter all the details that you have for your spouse. Your spouse should have all this information handy from their work. So this completed the first step of the application, which is only about your spouse. Now let's go to the main application, which will be about you and your details. I will speed up the video and only pause for the important parts. This is an important section. This just means that the Home Office will assess your application based on the current ILR rules. You need to complete 5 years in the UK and make sure that you have not spent more than 180 days outside the UK in any 12-month period. So make sure to add all the details of the tours and visits that you did outside UK in this last 5 years. In this section, select No if you have never provided proof of your English language ability before. By before, they mean any previous visa application. For example, when you first applied to enter the UK as a dependent. This is an important section to provide English language requirement. If you have a degree that was taught in English language, select Yes, otherwise select No. If you select Yes, you need to provide the country in which your degree was taught and if it meets the English language requirement for this visa. To validate your degree at the required level, you need to apply for an ECCTIS letter on their website. If you do not have a degree that was taught in English, then these are the next set of questions. You will need to select and provide proof if you have passed an English language test. There is an approved list of English language tests available on this link. I chose to give IELTS. Once you pass the English language test, you will get a certificate or a reference number. This acts as a proof that you meet the English requirement for the ILR process. This is again an important section. This is talking about the mandatory documents that you need to supplement with your application. Let's talk a little bit about the English language requirement here. If you have selected that your degree was taught in English and requested an ECCTIS letter based on the medium of instruction from your university, you will need to provide the letter along with the university degree certificate. A quick recap of what English language requirement was. For ILR, you need to prove English language ability. You can choose ECCTIS if you have a degree taught in English, or you can take the IELTS Life Skills B1 if your degree isn't accepted or you don't have one. Both options are approved by the Home Office. Choose the one that's easier or faster for your situation. For ECCTIS option, please remember that UK ENIC result might say your degree does not meet the UK requirements for English. If that happens, you'll still need to take an English test like IELTS Life Skills B1. I gave the IELTS Life Skills B1 test as my university was taking time to send the medium of instruction letter. Since I've already provided my IELTS test certificate / reference number in the previous section, the mandatory document section does not require me to provide any additional English language requirement evidence. My workplace helped me in filling this application. So, if you're filling it by yourself, select I am the applicant. Otherwise, if you have a representative or an agent that's filling for you, select the second option. You can decide how fast you want the ILR decision to come. You get three options: standard, priority, and super priority. Standard takes months, priority is about 5 days, and super priority is the same day or the next day. Choose the option that fits your timeline and budget. Once you have made the payment, these are some mandatory actions that you need to finish. You need to download and sign all the consent docs and book your appointment as soon as possible. You will get a unique reference number after you've made the payment, and using that number, you can create an account and book your appointment and upload the documents on the UKVCAS website. On that note, let me share the documents that I provided to support my ILR application. 1. Your current passport bio page. 2. Any previous passports that you used to enter the UK if you have them. 3. Your spouse's current passport bio page. 4. Your spouse's previous passport that they used to enter the UK if they have them and if there are any. 5. E-visa screenshots for you and your family. This is the online immigration status. 6. Proof of first entry to the UK for you and your family. Usually, this is a photo of the visa sticker and entry stamp in your passport. If you don't have this, for example, if entered through an e-gate, send proof of your first UK flight instead. 7. Any previous UK visas for you. Send photos or scans of any old UK visas or BRPs that you have had before. 8. Proof of your English language requirement. For your UK visa application, you can meet the English language requirement in one of the two ways. Option 1, you can provide an approved English exam result like I did with IELTS. Option 2, show your degree was taught in English with the ECCTIS confirmation that we spoke about previously. 9. Life in the UK test pass reference number. 10. Marriage certificate for you and your spouse. 11. UKVI consent letter that you could download and sign. 12. Employment verification letter. 13. Evidence of living together for you and your spouse. You need to show that you and your spouse have lived together at the same address in the UK for the past 5 years. For each year, provide 3 official documents per person. So, 3 for you and 3 for your spouse. The document should be from at least 3 different sources, for example, a bank, a doctor, and a utility company. The document should be spread out across each year, not all from the same month. If a document is in both your names, joint, that means it counts for both of you. Some acceptable documents are utility bills, bank statements, letter from local and national authorities, tenancy docs, and mortgage docs. In short, use a mix of sources and spread them out over each year. The biometrics appointment was very quick. I took my photo and fingerprints using the self-service system, and the whole process was completed in about 15 minutes. Since I had selected the priority service, I received my decision within 5 days. My status on the UKVI website was updated to settle, which means my ILR was approved. I hope this video gives you a clear idea of how ILR application process works for dependents and what to expect when applying for a settled status. If you found the video helpful, please consider supporting the channel with a super thanks. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more informational videos like this. Thank you.